Hey everyone, Kevin here. We already talked about what the students will see during our Google Meet. I showed you an example of what the students will see. Now I want to show you an example of what you will see. So this is your library. So when you log in, after you log in, you'll come to a page that looks like this. Now you might not have anything in here yet. I have lessons from over the years that I've been doing this. I've taken some lessons that they have. I've made some up on my own. So I have a combination of those in here. So this is what you'll see. It will be my library. So first thing is to join a lesson. So if you wanted to join a lesson that's already started from another teacher or see a student, if a student is running a lesson, you would just join a lesson. You enter the 5-digit code right here, and that will take you to that lesson. So we'll get into reports and subplans later. So what we have the school library. The school library is pretty cool because obviously with Carusi Middle School, where I teach 6th grade language arts, that is a school library. You get to see the different teachers who have added to that. I added one to the school library, and we'll get into how to do that later as well. But we're going to go really this little first little part of the assignment is to kind of navigate your way through the initial launching of Nearpod, because it's new to Nearpod, not Nearpod for the advanced people. So you go into now Nearpod Library. So Nearpod Library is really cool because we have all sorts of lessons, and this is where you guys can take a look through and see the different lessons. So you can search for lessons in the Nearpod Library. If there's a keyword that you're looking for, just obviously search it up. You can do it according to standards. You have the different common curriculum or common core standards right here. You also have different states. Obviously, we teach in New Jersey, so you would do that. Now, language arts, I teach language arts, so I would click language arts. I would then click 6th grade, and there's another field of resource type was it assessment, warm-up, PD, skill builder, full lessons, or virtual reality. So these are different ones you can pick. So if you pick ELA poetry, for instance, what you would do is you would wait 7 minutes for it to load, because Cherry Hill's been without power for so long that my computer might explode. So we have here is a lesson that we might like. So you can preview this lesson by clicking the preview button, and that will take you through the different things. It goes through to there's the teacher part, and there's different lessons that you can kind of add from here: reading poetry, analyzing poetry, distinguishing poetry from prose. So if there's any of these that you would like, all you do is click the add to library. You add to your library, and now that lesson is part of your library. So when you go back to click up here it's going to bring you back to your library, and now you'll see that lesson is part of your library. Again, this house icon up here, right here, will always bring you back to your library. So whenever you click on that, it brings you right back to this page that you have right here. And to access reports, this is a big one because you're going to have to check on what the kids actually have done. So if you look at the reports and you click on it and you fall asleep, waiting, fetching, there we go. So these are different reports I've done before. So if you take a look, you'll see different things, and it's the reports of what actually has happened. So here, where's one that we did? So if we did like conjuring the senses, there's the different sessions. You click here, and it gives you a report of kind of what actually happened, how many people answered, how many people skipped, polls, what did they say in the polls, and you can kind of see their answers and responses, the open-ended, the draw it, a collaborative board. So these are different things you can see in your report. So these are the basics of kind of navigating through. And anytime you can, if you want to select the avatar, you can again manage your Nearpod account, lesson settings. So if there's something you want to change, notification preferences, and helps and facts, if you want to dance around through those, there's obviously things that you would help you more. But this is just a basic initial part where it's just navigating through. So yeah, take a look through, and we can continue the Nearpod by clicking. Once you've done this, open a new tab. Once you've opened that new tab, play around with it for a little bit. Try to add a lesson to your library. Play around with the different things that we talked about, and then click on the next to go on to the next slide for this specific Nearpod.